So we already know how to make future sentences using will. We already know how to transform them from the present into the future. Is very simple. So now let's go directly to the next topic, which is how to make questions in future will. So let's see. To make questions in future will, we have to do two things originally. Okay? Two rules to have in mind. Solo necesitamos saber dos cosas para hacer preguntas en future will. So, what are those two things? Let's see. So, number one, change positions. The auxiliary will with the person. Okay, that's rule number one. So, for example, let's see. You will have dinner. This is already a sentence in future. You will have dinner. It is very important that we recognize all the components in this sentence. Yes? For us, it's super important to know where is the person or the subject. Okay? The subject is the person who actually does the action. Para nosotros poder hacer este paso, tenemos que saber cuál es el sujeto, que puede ser yo, tú, él, ella, mi mamá, el gato, el perro, la persona que es el sujeto. In English, we call it subject. Okay? So, in this case, is you. Pretty simple. You is the subject, you is the person, you is fine. Now, what is the second component that we have to analyze? Well, the auxiliary. In this case, is will. So it's pretty simple, okay? So what we have to do right now, fellas, is to switch. Intercambiamos posiciones with the person and with the auxiliary. And it'll be like this. Boom. Okay? Will you have dinner? And now we have a question. Bing. Let's check that up. Very good. It's checked. Will you have dinner? Is now a question. Is it complete? Maybe not, but let's see what happens. Let's do example number 2. They will dance. We already know how to make those kind of sentences, but right now we are going to see how we can change them. So the same as I told before, we recognize what? The person, the subject. The person in this case is they. The auxiliary is will. And we proceed to do exactly what we just did, which is switch positions. There you go. Boom. Will they dance? And that's it, pretty much. The sentence is now checked. Bling. It has the structure of a question. So it's very simple. Now, this is rule number 1 or step number 1. Now, what is step number 2, Mr. Benjamin? I say, well, step number 2 is exactly that. Add question mark. So we just have to add the question mark at the end of the question, and our questions will be complete. Let's see. Will you have dinner? Now we have to add, boom, question mark right at the end, and it will be double check. Very good. Now let's go for the next example. You will go to New York. So we just have to do two things originally. Remember, switch the person with the auxiliary and add the question mark. Boom. There you go. Look at that. Now this is a question. Will you go to New York? And now, let's see the next example. Next example. My mom will sleep at 7 p.m. What we have to do right now is just switch the subject or the person. In this case, is my mom. Well, it's not my mom, but you know what I mean. So it'll be like, will my mom go to sleep at 7 p.m.? And boom, question mark. And that is easy. That is what? Super easy. So you can see this is very simple. Now we know how to do this. I hope that this has been very useful for you. Let's proceed to solve all the exercises. If you have any question, do not hesitate letting me know. I am here for you, and thank you.